running the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop.
Rick Rock Beats.
Are you ready for some football?
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
14.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. B.J. Hill able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
3rd and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. They'll find Lindsay here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 29.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Hey, Haywood.
Watch the slant. 45's the mic.
I'm coming.
Jones to throw on third down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd down, Jones. And Tate's got it. That's good for 28 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
60 Pittsburgh. 5.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. Space to run past the 20. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
On the set.
Mark 43. Here we go.
Hey, echo.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Speed dribble.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quick? That is going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Jones now throwing on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Von Miller. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Here's Lindsey. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing Jones. This one caught by Davis. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Barkley. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
18 Gator, 43. Tighten up. Deep grip.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Jones. It's caught. Shepard. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw again on second down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
6-6, pull it high. 25, check 25, check 25. Smooth. Now.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 78 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From just shy of midfield, Jones, he dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now Scarborough. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Ready? 70, Indy. 80 weapons. Hey, exit.
Jones, off play action. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. The toss out to Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll have a first down past the 40. Jones has it. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A gain there of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run on first down. Felder. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Line 90. You got nothing left. You got nothing.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
50 seconds, come on. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw again is Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Greystone, travel. 4 down. Go.
Check safety.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. Jones now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable, but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. From the 44, Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's now 3rd down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Denver, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be